Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm continuing my series featuring my role-playing game, Delves and Dangers, a rules-light fantasy role-playing game. It is a pay-what-you-want download. If you like what you see here and you enjoy this game, you can go up to itch.io on the link in the description below and download it for yourself. Pay what you want, so it's free, or if you'd like to donate a little bit of money to the channel, you may throw some cash at it if you like. I really appreciate just playing it, just downloading it. It's been an awesome journey. I want to thank everybody that's downloaded and played it and made videos for it, posted pictures. I'm really, really having the time of my life watching people enjoy the game that I've created. And I also have the time of my life when I'm playing the game I created, because I'm telling you guys, I love this game. It's so much fun. All right, anyway, that out of the way, let's get to the story. So, this team of Spell League, it's a Spell League Expeditionary Squad. They're tasked with going into different delves all throughout the Swordlands. The Swordlands is my world that I base most of my fiction and my role-playing games campaigns in. And I had, there it is. So this is the Swordlands. This action's taking place right about here in the Storm Hills. There is a delve of an ancient necromancer named Kezrazor the Crass, and the Spell League is tasked with going and finding all the spells in the Swordland that are lost in the delves beneath, and spell foci to keep them in a vault/museum that the Spell League begins. And this is one of their newest recruits, Grandon Hendelstone, and to become a full-fledged member, he has to come back with a spell book or spells or something. And so the powers that be, for his first mission, not hired, I guess, they elected him to go into Kezrazor's delve and retrieve Kezrazor's spell cylinder, if it indeed was there. And on that trip, he has hired a couple of adventurers. The first is Claudia Softpaw. She is a thief, so she's good with traps, she's good with stealth, she's good with picking locks and so forth. The Muscle is a elven knight named Kranos Silverbark, and he is dressed in plate mail, has a shield. He is a devout worshiper of Silvatar and is very serious. He's a very serious fellow. He's very serious about his faith. He's very serious about being an elf. And then the final member of the team is Theo Shieldfoot, and he is a Harefoot cleric of the goddess of luck, Retha. And he is there because he created healing stones for the team and is also helping against any undead they may stumble upon. And they have stumbled upon quite a few in this ancient delve where they find themselves. So, last episode, they had made their way down to the 4th level of Kezrazor's delve. They had found the room in which the spell cylinder and a spell foci had been kept in chests. With the help of magic from Grandon and thievery skills from Claudia, they managed to open the chests, and they defeated the guardians that were ensorcelled statues that had been left there by Kezrazor to defend his delve. They defeated them, they opened the chests, and just as they were about to pull the cylinders and the cylinder and the spell foci out of the chests, a voice rang out from this direction of the door. "Not so fast. We'll be taking those." And when they turned to look, there was nobody there. And that's where we're picking up the game. So immediately, Grandon's like, "Oh, what is that? Invisibility? What kind of magic is this? Oh, I better activate I'm in bad shape." So he activates his healing stone and he heals himself. 3 + 1 is 4 healing stone charges. Do D6 + 1, so he gets 4 more. So he has time to do that. Kranos is like, "Yes, good idea, wizard." And so he himself activates his healing stone and he gets 6 more, 5 + 1. And Claudia's like, "You gentlemen are very wise." And she also quickly activates her healing stone for 2. Now, technically, I guess I could use a daring die to increase that. I think I'm going to. 7 total, but she lost a daring dice. And just as they do that, a voice says, "All right, hand it over." And Grandon's like, "Show yourselves. Who dares I dare. My name is Themos. Themos Thorn. Show yourself, shouts Kranos. Sorcery bothers me. Well, that's ripe, coming from somebody that's taking money from the Spell League. He's starting to get a little bit angry, but Grandon also takes this moment to activate his healing stone and heal himself another one while they're buying time. All right, fine. Grandon flies up. All right, I'm tired of this game. Let's get them. So, first of all, this is a, oh my, there's some kind of spider on my stuff. All right, so I'm going to record quickly. There's stamina, and he also has PowerPoints, this Themos, and who knows what other kind of surprises are coming our way. And then I'm recording a few things here as we get ready for this encounter. And the PowerPoint's there. I guess I should have done this before the game started, but you know what? That's all right. Hey, that's what it is when I'm gaming in my basement. You guys pretty much get an unedited version of me solo gaming. So this is what it is. All right, so and I am almost there. All right. Okay, so they've all cast all. Uh-oh, am I giving away secrets? So let me do this. Before they came into this room, they cast some spells on each other, or he did, or whatever. You'll see. And we're gonna see what is. So. Yep. Okay. So his is that. Themos has that. And she has that. I mean, I could have just hand waved this, but it's just much more fun to roll dice. Even if I'm doing them off screen. Maybe you can see them too. Alright. And the other ones. Okay. I'll just have them roll the same. Pretty good. Alright, so they all have that. That's pretty good. Alright, so they all did that. Okay. Now, around the room, magical bolts fly out of the hands of 4 spellcasters that become visible when they cast their spells. He fires at Grandon. And she is a Fellcat. And she fires off her spell. So there is 5 successes, 1 exploding die, and it's a miss. All right, so that's 5 successes against Grandon's agility resistance, which is 2, so he takes 3 damage. They fire off their first salvo. This wizard fires magic bolt at Grandon and fails to get past his agility resistance. Or not Grandon, Kranos. Fails to get past his agility resistance. This wizard does the same on Claudia. And 3, Claudia's resistance is well beyond that. And doesn't stand a chance. And the main wizard, he focuses on the cleric. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. He's got some power. So that is 3, 7, and 1 exploding die. 8, 9. 9 total against Theo. Theo's agility resistance is 3, so that's a 6 damage against Theo. Ouch. Theo is out of healing stone charges, so that could prove to be a problem. Now, it's initiative. Who are you? You don't know. We're invisible. We're all casting spells. It's the invisible order. Right on the first try. Claudia goes before. Theo goes before. Grandon goes before. And Kranos goes before these wizards. So that is fun. All right, so let's get some strategy here. Kranos, he doesn't care. He's going to move up on this guy and attack. What he's going to do right now, he gets 8 dice with his sword. Foul sorcery! And Grandon's like, I wish you'd stop saying that. Swings his sword. Oh my gosh. So he gets 4 successes. Exploding die. 5 successes. Exploding die. 6 successes against that armor 3. He takes 3 damage. So that one is Cletus. All right. So Cletus, like, whoa, rears back a bit. Oh my goodness. And then next up, Theo moves on the head wizard. He senses power in this one. And so he attacks with his warhammer. I'm telling you, Granny Shieldfoot always said, go for the big guy first. So, ooh, look at that. He still has a failed die roll. If he fails a die roll and he has 2 exploding dice and a failed die roll and then another exploding die. All right. Woo! So he swings with his warhammer for 3, 6, 7 damage. And he's not messing around. He's going to use 2 daring dice to add to that damage for a total of 10. So 17. It's a massive critical hit on this guy. He has an armor 4 minus, so he's taking 13 damage. Oh, Harefoot, I'm going to kill you last, man. I'm going to kill you last. All right, so that's that. And slow. And then Claudia's like, over. And Fellcats have a 35-foot move because they're faster than most. So she gets up on him, and she gets to use her opportunistic attack as a thief. So she usually has 5 dice to attack. She then will get an additional 3 dice for opportunistic attack, and she stabs at this guy. And she gets 6 successes with an exploding die. So 7 successes. She too is going to use a daring die. So that's 12 damage. Minus 4 is 8. He's still up, though. He's still up. This is one tough wizard. Ugh. You all. Oh, Fellcat or not. What's that supposed to mean? All right, so then Grandon. So Grandon is out of power points. So all he pretty much has is his flying spell, which is up and running. And he is going to stay close to the ground, though, because he knows these guys are good with spells. So he's going to fire. He's going to try to take down the main guy. He's going to try to take down the main guy. He's seen that this guy has been beaten up on. He figures the rest will be good. So he fires a magic bolt at that one. And he gets 4 successes. And that is modified by his agility resistance. And his agility resistance is 2. So that's 2 more damage. And he's not messing around. He's going to use the daring dice as well. Because he ain't. So that's 3 damage. And he's going to use another daring die, which is risky. And boom! This guy goes down. Took down the big guy first. Just like Granny Shieldfoot said to. And now it's their attack. What? So she casts sleep on these two. She has a sleep spell. This is Clara. And so she has a 5 casting. So she uses it. Oh, you know what? He was the main villain. He should have dastardly dice. Yeah, he'll use 2 of those to reduce it. Well, they didn't work. Okay, so she hits 4. So that's going to put 2 mind worth to sleep. Mind resistance. So she has a 2 mind resistance, and he has a 4. So she falls asleep, but Theo does not. And she moves behind this table, or this pillar over here, getting out of sight of the wizard. This guy is Cletus, and he he's going to, oh, they all cast invisibility too. Is visibility 2 or 3? Darn it. I may have taken off 1 too many. I think it's 3. It's a DL 3. Yep, and 3 power points. I'm good. I did it right. All right, so he's only got, and so yeah, no, Clara used all her power points with that spell. And he tries to put Kranos to sleep. All right, so in old school D&D, elves are resistant to sleep, so I'll just give him a +1 die for the heck of it. Normally, it's not written into the kindred, but we'll see. All right, so his mind resistance is 3 anyway, because he's an elf. Oh, that's where the resistance comes in. So never mind, we'll just play it by. So he's going to try to put this fighter to sleep, use his last 2 power points, and attempts to put Kranos to sleep. So he needs 3 successes, and he gets 3 plus an exploding die, 4, 5. So Cletus puts Kranos to sleep, and then he moves back behind the Felcat wizard, companion of his. So that is that. All right, so and then she's going to use she's going to use does she want to do that? She's going to try to strike down Grandon. So, she's going to use Lightning Streak. I think she's only going to use 2 power points. She is a little more powerful than the others. She's kind of like, she was Themis's lieutenant here. So she starts with a casting die at 7, and she used 2 power points. So those get added to her casting roll. And she's lightning streaking. She would like to use it against many, but she's going to try to take Grandon out. And so that is 4 successes with an exploding die. Lightning streaks across the room. Still, he manages to dodge a bit of it. He gets his hair standing up on end. So that is 4. His agility resistance is 2. So that is 2 dice. Oh, I forgot. He does have armor up. That would have made him immune to the magic bolt. That would have made him immune to magic bolt. So we'll put that right back. All right, but he takes 2 damage from the lightning streak. That is not protect him from the from that. All right, so initiative. All right. So that first round, man, there was a lot going on in that first round. All right, so Theo is before. Kranos is going to go after because he's... Well, no, they're sleeping. Kranos, yeah, I don't need to roll initiative for those two. They're just down, sleeping. They don't roll initiative. But Theo goes before and Grandon goes before, so that's good. Okay. All right, so Theo, he knows there's 3 wizards floating around here, and that makes him very, very nervous, but he's going to wake Claudia up. So he takes his action to wake her up, and he goes, and oh boy. And then he goes behind this pillar. He goes over and heads to Grandon. He's going to try to wake him up next. So she's awake. We're going to put her at the end of the round to stand up and maybe be able to do something. She kind of has to wake up. So we'll just put her at the end of the initiative. So I think that works. And that was Theo. Then Grandon knows these guys probably will not be susceptible to Magic Bolt. And he does not have any more power points to do anything. So, yikes. And he has 1 more healing stone charge. And he knows that Theo took some damage. So he's going to fly over to Theo and touch him with the healing stone that he has at the base of his, or on the end of his staff. He's going to use his final charge, say the name of Rita, and heal 7. Nice. So that's that puts Theo back to full. So that was good. I like that. All right, so then these magic users. All right, so she has no power points left. She only has a magic bolt, so she's going to hit Theo with her magic bolt. Goes behind this table here and fires at Theo. 5 dice. Pew! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, Theo, thank goodness you were healed. Oh my goodness, what a critical hit. 9 successes minus his resistance of 3, agility resistance 3, that's 6 damage. Thank goodness Grandon healed him. That ended up being the right thing to do. All right, but he knows that she's awake, or does he knows that, yeah, he knows that she's awake. So he's out of spells too, so power points, so he can just use Magic Bolt. So he's gonna shoot at her and hope for the best, I guess, because he doesn't want her standing up. And he gets 3 successes. That's not nearly enough. She just kind of rolls behind that pillar, and the Magic Bolt just misses. And then the Fell Cat pops out, hits the halfling, and pops back behind the thing. So she fires off. She gets 7 dice. She's a little bit more accomplished. So that's not good. Let's see what happens here. So that is 5 successes with an exploding die. Okay, so that's 5 successes. His resistance is 3. That's 2. He's gonna take it. He takes that Magic Bolt hard. Oh, wow, that really hurts. And Grandon says, "Don't worry. I'll wake up the elf. You take down that Fell Cat." All right, boss. And then so that was all of their attacks. So it's Claudia stands up. And she stands up. That's about half her movement, I'll say. So she gets another, say I have 35. I'll say she gets another 15 feet. Yeah, for movement. And it's not close enough to make melee combat. And does she have a dagger? Did I give her a dagger? No. I gave her a short bow and a short sword. She doesn't have time to pull out that short bow. So she's going to make a double move. She's going to get right up on this this girl so she can attack her next time. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It may not be the best tactical decision, but that's what we're going to be doing. All right. So that is initiative. All right. So Kranos does not roll initiative because he's still he's sleeping. He's literally sleeping. Theo goes before. Uh-oh. Claudia's going after, still a bit groggy from the sleep spell, I guess. Grandon goes after. That's not optimal. All right. All right, so Theo moves up on the Felcat, following his boss's advice, and attacks with his Warhammer. Well, Granny Shieldfoot always said, only hit a lady if you have to. And then, so 3, ugh. Nope. Does that get through? No, that does not get through her magical armor. Oh, he gets to reroll a failed die. Nope, nope. Oh, well, that's okay. So Theo misses, but is distracting that Felcat. But that's it. The wizards get to attack again. So she's desperate. So she fires a magic bolt right at Claudia. That's right in her face. And so that's 5 minus her agility resistance is 5. So she dodges. Felcat. She's got really good. Felcat Thief has excellent agility. So does not get through. So it misses. So that was very, very good. These two, he moves over here and they fire, both of them fire a magic bolt at Theo. So I'm just going to roll them together. Pew, pew. Yikes. All right, so the red one and then the gray one. So that'll be Cletus, and this is Mewis, Tenderpaw. All right, so there are 2 exploding dice for Mewis. So she gets 1 more success. And there's 1 exploding die. Oh my gosh, 2 more, 3. Oh man, so 6 total. His agility resistance is 3. So he takes 3 from this, and he takes 2 from that. But he's going to roll a daring die to reduce the damage on those 2. Reduces it to 1. Which leaves it with 1 stamina. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, so wow, still standing, but not by much. All right, so whew. All right, so but that's their attacks. So now Claudia, she stabs at this wizard with 5 dice. She gets 2 exploding dice. So 3 successes, 2 exploding dice, so 4 successes. And she's going to add a d6 damage to that. Oh, so they had armor 3, which is magical armor 3, which brings it down to 1. So 7 damage on this wizard. And that is not enough to take her down. And Claudia and Theo are out of daring dice. All right. So that's, yeah. So Grandon, he knows that they're going to be immune. So he wakes up Kranos. And then Kranos will go and stands up, and the other half is move. So half a move is stand up, and 5, 10, 15 to it, and he goes, and he swings with his sword. Foul users of sorcery. This time Grandon lets it go. All right, so that's 6 successes with 3 exploding dice. 2 more successes out of those explosions. So 4, 8, minus 3. He has magical armor 3. That's 5 more damage on Cletus. And Kranos adds a daring dice to that damage. And Cletus is barely standing. Barely standing. He's not going to use another daring dice. He might need it. Initiative. Woo, howdy. These wizards may have bitten off more than they could chew. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Claudia is definitely going before, which is going to work out nicely for her. Kranos is after. Still groggy, and that swing took a lot out of him. Grandon, though, is before. And Theo gets to reroll a failed die. Yes, Theo goes before as well. So Theo, we're just going to do Theo right now. Swings with his Warhammer. Rerolls a failed die. Fails to penetrate her magical armor. So, Theo, there you go, buddy. Oh, well. Win some, lose some. All right, so that was Theo. Grandon, knowing that was a massive slash on the part of Kranos, goes up and attacks with his staff. Not something you're going to see every day, folks. 4 successes. 1 damage. 1 damage. And he's going to use his final daring dice to did I damage? That's exactly what he needed. So, boom! Smack upside the head with the staff. Boom! Head goes against the stone and he falls to the ground. Unconscious slash who knows, right? But that was Cletus. Cletus is down. All right. 2 remaining. All right, so wizard using a staff. Gotta love it. Claudia, she's had enough of this wizard. She sees her brother goes down and goes, Cletus! And just as Claudia is stabbing at her with her short sword, so that's 5 successes. -3 is 2, not enough. Still up. And she says, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. And Mua says, you are a coward. And she fires a what has she got left? She's got 2 left. She's gonna try to put these 2 to sleep so she can get out of there. That's her last 2 power points. So she gets 7 dice on her roll. And these 2. So that's pretty good. She might have a chance because Kranos has Theo has a really good mind. And it's 2 exploding dice. Well, that didn't help. So 3, 6. So the one with the lowest goes down first. So his mind resistance is 3, but Theo's is 4. So she does put Kranos to sleep, but not Theo, because Theo had the higher mind resistance, so wasn't able to put him down. But Kranos collapses to the floor again. And then, so she was hoping to be able to move away from Theo without incurring an attack, a free hack, but she's got to stand firm, because she cast a spell hoping to put them both asleep, and she came close to doing it, but it didn't happen for her. So that's that. Grandon's lost his turn because he is sleeping. So that brings us to initiative. Woohoo! Grandon, Theo, exploding die 4. Oh no, she got 2 anyway. Keep forgetting she's rolling 3 dice. Okay, so they're all going before. Grandon's going to wake up Kranos. Classic. Kranos is now going after. Claudia's going to swing her sword. 4 with 3 exploding dice. Yeah, 2 more successes out of that for a total of 6 off of 3, 3. That's just enough to knock Clara to the ground. And then Theo swings his warhammer, hoping for a miracle from Retha. Be with me, Lady of Luck. Not too bad. All right, so he gets 1 exploding die and gets to still reroll a failed roll if one comes about. Gets to reroll a failed roll. Oh, yeah, there it is. Retha is with him. I love it when that happens. Oh, yeah. So that's 3, 6, 7. She has armor 3, 4. That is... did I take that off the wrong different person? Was she hit? Oh well. It's not enough to take her down, but that was definitely cool because she has a higher stamina than everybody else. All right, so she's going to take a fighting withdrawal, which is half her movement. We're going to make that 20 for Felcat. So fighting withdrawal to there, and that's all she gets to do there. So that's all they got right now. And Kranos stands up. 15. Another, he can't get there, but he can take a second action and move up on her so that if she tries to escape, he can be able to get a swipe on her. Claudia has a healing stone left, but she doesn't really need it, but Theo does. A healing stone charge. I guess it's initiative. We're going to see how this plays out. Theo before, Kranos before, everybody before. Everybody goes before. All right. Grandon says, surrender and we'll be merciful. I'd rather claw out your eyes. Well, that can be arranged. Theo's like, come on, be reasonable. You're not getting out of here. Unless it's tied up. Kranos is like, and he hits her. He's gonna knock her out. He's gonna try to knock her out. If he hits her, he manages to. He doesn't care. He's just attacking. 4 with 1 exploding die. That's not great. Yeah, 5. She takes 2 damage. Not enough. You know what? But he does have extra dice. That is enough. So she goes down. She's unconscious. This guy is not. She's unconscious, and he's unconscious. And they tie them up. And I'm going to roll to see if she's unconscious. 1, 2, 3, she's unconscious. 4, 5, 6, I'm going to let her make a strength test. So she's just unconscious. So they tie them all up with ropes from their traveling packs. Claudia is like, look the other way, and breaks their fingers so they can't cast their spells. This guy, unfortunately, is passed down. So these 3, they have tied up. They're not going to break their fingers. I take it back. Claudia wants to. No. We don't do things like that. No. Oh, let me break their fingers. No. We'll just tie them up. We'll tie up their fingers, and we'll gag them. How's that? We'll gag them. I'd rather knock out their teeth. I'll tell you what. Why don't you go secure the spell cylinder? And no, I'll get them. So Grandon goes and puts the spell cylinder and the crown, the spell focus crown, into his bag, which is actually very big and very unwieldy. Man, this is heavy. Maybe I should have Kranos carry it. I'm guarding these. Dishonorable. Claudia, would you mind, I'm really cut up here. Yes, of course, I will. Uses the final charge on her healing stone for 4. So it's a little better than 1. So Theo is feeling a little bit better, a little bit rejuvenated. So what's the deal with these guys, Grandon? You seem to know. Yes, it's the Invisible Order. They are the scourge of... They are our nemesis. The nemesis of the Spell League is the Invisible Order. Their machinations stretch into Tranistal, even into Catran, even into the Northlands. The Dresdanians won't let them in. They're trying to gather the power of the Swordlands, but not for study, not to keep it out of the wrong hands. They are the wrong hands. So they opportunistic fools, and they thought that they could take this prize from us. So, what are we going to do with them, Grandon? Well, I say we leave them here, tied up. This one's dead. Claudia's like, I'm going to loot his body. And so what they find on Themos here is they find each one of them has a healing stone. So they now have 4 more healing stones, and it doesn't look like it looks like all the charges are there, but they're dedicated to the god of mages, Zather. So they have to say his healing symbol is on each stone, inscribed on each stone. He's wearing a ring, and he's carrying a rather cool-looking satchel. And his spell focus is also a ring. He has 2 rings on. One is a purplish ring. And then she has, yeah, they all have spell books. So, so Grandon casts Magic Senses, which is free. He doesn't have to roll, as long as he's in possession of spell focus, can talk and move his hands. He casts Magic Senses over his eyes and pulls his hand down over his eyes. He goes, that satchel. And both his ring is a spell focus and the other one is a magic. Oh, I think I like the looks of that. So he goes over to there. I think we can put the cylinder and other things in there. And let me look inside. So he looks inside the satchel, and there is 400 gold pieces in there. Whoa, 400 gold. That's a nice take. So I'll make a, so right now, the total gold that they've found. All right, so I'm going to take this dimensional satchel, if nobody minds, and I'm going to put the spell crown in it and the spell cylinder in it. So he transfers those from his bag to the dimensional satchel, and it's definitely a kind of satchel that is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. So he gets a dimensional satchel, and then the ring, he knows from looking at it with his magic senses that it is a magic magnifier. So what that does is +1, it's a magnifier +1, like that's +1 to his casting rolls. So he puts that ring on, and now his casting rolls currently are going to be at 7 instead of 6. And they all each have another additional healing stone that they can use by intoning the god of mages and wizards, Zather. So we'll add that to the, just in case something happens. You never know what's randomly going to happen during solo play. So they each get another healing stone while they wait for theirs to recharge. So that will come in handy. All right, so we'll do that. And then the others have spell books and so forth. So he's going to put all their spell books in it. He takes as many spell books off the shelf as he can and puts them in a dimensional satchel and scrolls and everything in there as best he can. They take their weapons and they leave them outside of this room. And they... Now, because this delve was so empty, and also Grandon knows that the Invisible Order works with no one but wizards, he's pretty sure that this is all that was with him, but they cautiously leave the delve anyway, because that's a good idea. And I'm going to see, for the heck of it, if they left a rear guard. I'd say it's fairly unlikely, so on a 1, they left a rear guard. And they did not. So they make their way, following Claudia's chalk marks, out of the delve and into the wilderness. And next episode, we're going to see their return trip. Okay? In the meantime, Grandon is going to be looking at all these spells he can add to his spell book. He's very, very excited. And I'm very, very excited. And I'm very, very excited that you are coming on this journey with me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little wizard battle. I thought that was pretty interesting. All wizards versus this crew. It was close, I think. I mean, if it weren't for the tactics of taking down the major, their leader, that was, whew, I think that was a good piece of tactical work on Claudia's part and Theo's part. So, and thanks to Granny Shieldfoot, right? I mean, it was her idea. Go for the big guy. Go for the big dog. Okay, so they've made their way out into the wilderness, and that is where we are going to continue our series next time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.